Sam's Club has been putting out some genuinely new things this year, and more than a few of them made me stop the cart and go, "Wait, they sell that here now?" So I did what I always do. I walked the whole store, I wrote down real prices, and I sorted it out for you so you don't have to wander every aisle overspending on things you didn't come for. 13 items worth grabbing this trip, and I'm going to tell you plainly which ones will be sold out before you circle back, and which ones you should only buy if you'll actually eat them fast, because won't last means two different things in a warehouse. Some of these won't last on the shelf. Some won't last in your refrigerator. Knowing the difference is the whole game, and I'll flag every single one so you're never the person who bought a mountain of something that rotted before you got to the bottom of it. Then, at the end, 5 things I want you to walk right past no matter how good that sticker looks. Because the club is very good at making a bad buy feel like a bargain. Let me start with the one that surprised me most because I genuinely did not expect it. Sam's Club made a Dubai chocolate cake. You know, the one everybody's been losing their minds over online. That chocolate stuffed with the crispy shredded pastry and the pistachio cream inside. Well, they turned it into a 10-inch mousse cake, filling and all, for right around $22. Now hear me carefully, because this is a sellout item, not a spoil item. When something is riding a craze this big, the shelf empties fast and the store can't restock it quick enough. So if you've got a birthday, an anniversary, a church gathering, anything at all coming up, and you want to be the one who walks in with the thing everybody's seen on their phone but never actually tasted, this is your moment. But do not assume it'll be sitting there next month waiting on you. These viral items ride the wave and then they're simply gone. Grab it when you see it, or make your peace with missing it. Next one caught me completely off guard, and it's the firecracker shrimp. It's fully cooked already, sweet, spicy, and crunchy. And it comes with a creamy sriracha sauce packet right in the package. You just crisp it up in the air fryer or the oven for a few minutes, and you've got it. Now think about that. For anybody who's decided in their head that a nice shrimp supper is strictly a restaurant thing you pay through the nose for, this is a whole tray of it for a fraction of what one single plate costs you sitting down somewhere. It's a newer item, and the good ones like this move quick. So if shrimp is your little treat, don't dawdle on it. This is one of those where the price and the ease together make you wonder why you'd ever pay restaurant money for it again. There's also a chili lime chicken bowl that feeds up to 3 people for about $15. Grilled chicken, Mexican style, in a big aluminum tray, ready to go. Do that math with me. That's $5 a head for a hot dinner that nobody in your house had to stand at the stove and cook. And for 2 people, that's not one meal. That's supper tonight and lunch tomorrow. The ready-made meals at these warehouse stores are one of the great quiet secrets for folks who don't want to run a whole cooking production every single evening anymore. And this particular one had members genuinely excited when it showed up. It's the kind of thing you keep in the back of your mind for the nights you just don't have it in you to cook. Now to the bakery, because Sam's Club Bakery is doing some things worth your attention. The Lemon Bar Blondies are back for the summer. You get 9 of them for under $9, and they're baked fresh in the store every single morning. That's under $1 a piece for something that came out of an oven that day, not off a truck. but here's your flag. This is a seasonal, won't last. It's a summer flavor. So the moment the season turns, they're gone until next year rolls back around. So enjoy them now and don't go looking for them in October wondering where they went. The same goes for the fun little seasonal snacks they roll out through the year. The cranberry mixes with the popping candy clusters in them. The limited edition juice pouches the grandkids go wild for. Those are here and gone by design, every one of them. Buy them for exactly what they are, a treat for right now, and don't try to stock them deep like a pantry staple, because the store's not planning to keep them either. Now here's something bigger than any single snack, and it's the real reason I'd tell you to give the whole Members Mark store brand a fresh look this year, even if you'd written it off a while back. Earlier in 2026, Sam's Club reformulated their entire Members Mark line. They pulled more than 40 synthetic dyes and a whole list of other controversial additives right out of their store brand products. So all those house brand items are the same low price they've always been, but they're cleaner than they used to be. For those of us who are watching both the budget and what actually goes into our bodies at our age, that's a genuine change, not just a line on a poster. It means when you're standing there comparing the store brand against the name brand now, you're not quietly trading away quality to save the money the way you might have felt like you were doing years ago. That changes the calculation on a lot of items in that store all at once. Riding right on that, the Members Mark organic beef jerky is one I'd point you straight to. 9 grams of protein in a serving, and it's real meat instead of one more product with some mystery protein powder dumped into it to look healthy. And here's the good part for your wallet. Jerky keeps a good long while, so this is one you genuinely can buy ahead and not worry about. Same story with their whole bean French roast coffee in the big 40-ounce bag. Buying whole bean and grinding it yourself is cheaper per cup than buying it pre-ground, and the beans stay fresh a good deal longer than grounds do, and coffee is only climbing in price this year, with tariffs stacked on top of it, so a big bag of beans is a smart thing to hold on to while the price is what it is. Those two, the jerky and the coffee, are your stock-up safe items on this whole list. A few more worth putting in the cart before we get to the warnings. The fresh salmon runs around $11 a pound, which is a genuine bargain for real salmon, not the little sad grocery store fillet. Buy it, portion it up when you get home, and freeze what you won't eat in the next day or two, so not one bit of it goes to waste. The rotisserie and grill-ready meats are strong for a summer cookout, where buying the family size and freezing it in portions beats those skimpy grocery packs every time on price per pound. And the fresh bakery cupcakes and sheet cakes, well under $1 a cupcake, are one of the cheapest ways there is to feed a whole crowd at a potluck or a birthday without spending your entire afternoon baking and washing bowls. So that's your grab list, 13 deep. Let me sort them for you plain, because it matters. Some of these sell out. The Dubai cake, the firecracker shrimp, the seasonal snacks. So those you grab the day you see them or you miss them. Some you buy only if you'll eat them fast, like the fresh salmon and the bakery treats, because they won't last the week in your fridge. And some you can genuinely stock up on with no worry at all, like the jerky and the coffee beans, because they keep. Knowing which of the three you've got in your hand is the entire difference between a smart trip and a wasteful one. Now the other side of this, and this is the part most of these cheerful little shopping videos won't tell you straight. 5 things I want you to walk right past, because these are exactly where people feel like they're saving money and quietly are not. The first is the jumbo paper products. Those giant institutional rolls of toilet paper and paper towels look like the ultimate bulk bargain, and normally paper is a safe bulk buy. But on these specific jumbo warehouse rolls, Sam's Club has been getting called out because you can find the very same industrial rolls online for several dollars less. One popular jumbo pack runs close to $50 at the club when a comparable pack online is around $8 cheaper for the same thing. Paper doesn't spoil, so this isn't about waste. It's simply that the warehouse stopped being the cheapest place for this one. Check the online price before you heave that giant pack into your cart, because the club is coasting on its reputation here. The second is bulk fresh produce, unless you have truly got the mouths at home to eat it. This is the single most complained about waste at the club, and it isn't close. 2 pounds of berries, a mountain of lettuce, a whole sack of broccoli. It feels like a steal walking out to the car, but for 1 or 2 people, it wilts and molds before you're even halfway through it. One shopper said it perfectly. You'd have to eat broccoli as the main course at every single meal to finish it in time. And the moment you throw half of it in the bin, your bargain price per pound has quietly doubled on you. Buy produce in the amount you'll actually eat this week. Bulk only ever saves you on the things that keep, and fresh produce does not keep. The third is the giant vats of lotion, shampoo, and sunscreen. Here's one folks genuinely don't think about. Once you open lotion or sunscreen, it's generally only good for 6 months to a year before it starts losing its potency. And a warehouse-size bottle for 1 or 2 people can easily outlive that window sitting in your cabinet. So you're not saving money, you're storing something that'll be past its prime before you ever reach the bottom of it. Sunscreen especially. You do not want to find out it's gone weak the hard way, out in the July sun. Buy these in a size you'll actually finish while they still work the way they're supposed to. Unless you've got a big household burning through it fast, that giant bottle is false economy dressed up as a deal. The fourth is certain Members Mark home goods that just don't hold up. Now I'll give the brand its full due. The reformulated food is a real improvement, like I said. But some of the household items have rough reviews for a reason, and the shopper complaints are consistent enough that I trust them. The cement citronella candles, where people reported the holder cracking and leaking melted wax in the sun and staining their countertops and floors. The washable runner rugs, where the edge stitching came loose after a wash, and more than one buyer had it happen twice on 2 separate rugs. When the 1-star reviews are all saying the exact same thing, that's not one unlucky person. That's a pattern you can count on. A low price on something that breaks the first season isn't a bargain. It's just a cheaper way to be disappointed. And the fifth is the cheap cleaning tools and the discount stick vacuums. It's the same story. The bargain mops with handles that shoppers said snapped. The sweeper kits where the wet pads dried right out and just pushed the dirt around instead of picking it up. The discount cordless vacuum that reviewers said couldn't hold a candle to the name brand ones on power or battery life. On the little disposable stuff and the low-end machines, cheap upfront very often means you buy it twice. Read the reviews on anything with a motor or a moving part before you trust that low price, because this is where the club's bargains turn on you. So here's the whole thing in a single breath. The exciting new food, the Dubai cake, the firecracker shrimp, the chicken bowl, the fresh bakery, is worth grabbing, but a lot of it either sells out or spoils fast. So know which kind you're holding before it goes in the cart. The reformulated Members Mark line is worth a genuine fresh look now that the junk additives are out of it. And the 5 to skip the jumbo paper, the bulk fresh produce, the giant lotions, the flimsy home goods, and the cheap cleaning gear are the ones where the sticker says deal and the reality says waste every time. One more thing worth knowing because it changes the math on all of it. The membership itself went up this year. $60 now for the basic club level, $120 for the plus. So you're paying more just for the door than you were last year, which means every single one of these decisions matters a little more than it used to. You're paying for the privilege of walking in, so you'd best make what's inside actually pay you back, and that means grabbing the real deals and leaving the dressed up ones on the shelf. Do just one thing for me on your next trip. When you spot a new item you're tempted by, stop right there in the aisle and ask yourself one question before it goes in the cart. Will this sell out? Will it spoil? Or will it keep? That one question answers everything. It tells you whether to grab it right now, buy just a little, or stock up deep. It's the whole difference between a sharp warehouse run and a cart full of good intentions you end up carrying out to the trash 2 weeks later. Tell me down in the comments what new Sam's Club find you've spotted this month, and whether it actually lived up to the hype or let you down. And name your town when you do, because these new items land in different stores at different times, and I want to see where they've turned up. And next time, I'm putting the two big warehouses head to head, Sam's Club against Costco, on the exact things you buy every single week. Same items, real prices, no fluff. It's a closer fight than you'd ever think, and which one wins actually flips depending on what's in your cart. You'll want to see where your regular list lands before you renew either membership.